Um, yeah, it's something that like you see, and I mean, it can make you feel good. But at the end of the day, I mean, you're focused on one thing, and that's just getting better every single day. And you're trying to go out there every single day during the year and just get a win for the team. Um, so I just think, just focusing on the guys in the locker room, focusing, just like listening to the coaches, learning from them, everything's going to fall into place.
Coach said he had a conversation with you about kind of staying humble through this process. What was that conversation like from your perspective?
Yeah, just getting some of that press early on was, coach saying, keep your head on right, because if you just get a big head, everything is kind of, it can all just pumble. So you're just trying to stay level-headed, stay with the process, and just keep going every single day.
Teams hit you differently as the season went on in the March as you went on your run, and what do you expect this coming season in that regard?
Yeah, I guess kind of some of the same as near the end of the year, but just we were talking about it, a lot recently is just staying with your routine, having a routine, and just being present for that pitch. So, if you're able to do that, then you're ready for that pitch, and then you can adjust, just to whatever they throw you.
Vance, Scott was saying that while you're pretty much the guy in center field and left and right, it's more of a nebulous situation with, just whoever's hot at the right moment. Do you feel comfortable with anyone and everyone that they could put in left and right field?
Yeah, for sure. You have to have, confidence in all your guys, and I think all those guys can get it done out there. So whoever they put out there, you're just going to trust in it, and I think those guys are going to get it done.
When you were coming in here, Coach Forbes just made a joke. He said center field shortstop. What did he mean by that?
Well, I came in as a shortstop, and the first day I think I threw a couple balls in the stands. So the next day he told me to grab a different glove and try a different position.
So in high school you played shortstop?
Yes, sir.
All the way?
Yes, sir.
Never played outfield until last season?
Yes, sir.
Kind of talking about that high school. What, a year and a half ago, you're in high school, and fast forward to now, you're slapped on a bunch of preseason award watch lists and preseason All-Americas. How much of a personal adjustment has it been for you, whether just being in preparation to the game or your personal life? Has it come at you any kind of?
I don't think preparation changes, regardless of the accolades you receive or not. You're still working hard every single day, and you still have one goal. Personal life, I don't really think in the baseball aspect that matters that much. But yeah, I'd just say, just keep your preparation the same, and work on the things you need to work on to get better that day.
Coach mentioned the name Carter French, somebody it sounds like kind of walked on for you guys. What's your experience been like playing with him? What have you seen from him in the outfield?
Yeah, it was like he said, a cool story. But just from day one, he was, you didn't really know who he was, and then he'd get thrown into the outfield, and he's tracking balls very well, and he's making good reads, getting good jumps. So he's playing a good outfield, and that's all credit to him. Like he said, football guy. So he was a wide receiver in high school. He's an athlete. So I think just watching him out there has been fun.
And you were a quarterback, right, in high school?
Yes, sir.
Is that correct? So you guys kind of have I guess, a common bond out there in high school?
Yeah, we talked about high school football a little bit. Yes, sir.
Did you draw any parallels, I guess, between him and Mikey, since I think he was, a punt returner or a wide receiver himself?
I haven't thought about that too much. No, I haven't.
As far as the leadership aspect, last year you're a freshman, one of the best players on the team. How have you sort of stressed personally your leadership to the other guys? You got 19 new guys on the team. You've got some old heads in Mac and Tomas. For you personally as a leader on this team, what's that look like?
Yeah, just another year of experience kind of brings that familiarity around, and you can help out the guys that are new, that were in my shoes last year. That kind of it's all new. It looks a little funny, so you just kind of, like Max said, you want to try to lead any way you can, if that's vocal or if that's just leading by example. So you just try to focus on that some, and just try to be a role model for those guys.
Scott was mentioning a lot of players who can play a lot of different positions. Colby can be second or shortstop. Johnny can be first or third. Does it feel like you have a roster where pretty much anyone can play, 8 positions if they need to?
Yeah, we definitely have a lot of depth, and that's a good thing. It makes everybody better because everybody is, like no one's kind of like stuck to one spot, and guys can get thrown to the outfield or the infield, and then the guys that are already there will, they have to raise it a level. So I think that's a big part, and that's a good thing that we have, is that depth.
Do you ever Google MLB draft projections?
No.
To see where you are?
No.
Man, I'd be doing that.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't think it's something that's, far away. And you have, there's a lot of time in between that. Things can go a lot of different ways. So just kind of keep your head on straight, like he always says.
Coach kind of talked about how during last summer when you went to the USA Baseball training camp, you kind of battling a limbered up hamstring. I guess kind of what was that experience like with USA Baseball? What was the recovery period like over that summer and trying to get healthy for football and now into the spring?
Yeah, it was definitely a good experience. Playing with some of the best guys in the country, it's a good learning experience because you get to learn from all those guys. And, you get the coaching, you get to be able to, just see what all those guys do every single day. And then it was recovery, that second. And then, just was planning on going to the Cape and being with those guys, and I was looking forward to that. But, it took a little bit longer to get it better. And by the time that it was better, it was very late in July. So it just didn't work out that way.
When you were out there training with Kerry, what were the conversations like with Elliot David?
A lot of back and forth of, NC State versus UNC. He was obviously siding with the Wolfpack, and I was the opposite. So just kind of going at each other's heads a little bit.
And how excited are you for those rivalry matchups heading into this season?
Super excited. You look forward to every game, but some games just seem bigger, and those are definitely some of the ones that do.
Did you bring up the ACC championship game a few times?
Just definitely we did a little bit. Had to let them know, who won and what happened in that game.
As far as growing up in North Carolina, obviously Carolina baseball has been really good. The decision to come here, I think you said it was a no-brainer. Just looking at the school from growing up, what you think as a child, as a young guy, as a young man growing up to now, you're virtually the face of the baseball team. It's that transition for you personally.
Yeah, growing up, this is exactly where I wanted to be. I didn't go to any other college baseball games. If we had a free weekend, we were coming to the Bosh and watching these guys win. So I think it was from day one I wanted to be here, and it's a blessing that I am here now.
When you think back to last year, you were just a freshman, so do you ever reflect on it and kind of just feel like you were going through the motions of playing a game? You had no expectations of what college baseball is really supposed to be like.
Yeah, it was kind of like you're kind of a mystery, and you just get out there and you're just able to play freely, and you still are. But now you kind of have some expectations. That's especially as a team, we're preseason ranked, and it's kind of impossible not to see that stuff. But at the end of the day, it's you still have to go out there and win games. So regardless of if you're 100th or if you're first, you still have to win.
What do you think is the biggest thing you learned personally, maybe about yourself in this past 6 months, 7 months from when the season ended to now?
That the hard work can't stop just because you think you've done a little something. There's so much more to do as a player, as a person, and as a teammate.
And one more from Vance.
You're from a little phone here. You're from Salisbury.
Yes, sir.
How big of a deal is cheerwine there? And are you a big cheerwine guy?
Big cheerwine guy. I think that was a lot of guys. We were talking about it at dinner the other day. They were talking about how they were Mountain Dew people growing up, and I mean, I'm not sure growing up I ever had a Mountain Dew because there's cheerwine just in front of your face, and you're going for that every single time.
Is it a big deal there?
100%. Yeah, there's cheerwine festivals once a year. They block off the entire downtown, and there's just cheerwine stands of infused food, drinks, all this stuff.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.